this other than in English. There are two people in the kiosk, right, of a medical profession. I specifically told Elise Copcroft when my medication was stolen in Neuss and I was tortured again in Germany, right? I need my medication because they stole it. She said, don't worry, I'll send the medical profession. On yesterday, Edgar said, you can't be having medical professionals in my kiosk, right? So I sent an email over the weekend to both you and Elise Copcroft saying, don't send a medical professional here because I've been told it's not allowed. They've just turned up anyway because I've been running around this morning trying to get medical help and medication because half my bones are broken. They now turn up and I'm saying I'm psychotic, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, who are you? So everything I specifically asked for not to do has happened. The only person who's helping me in Lank is now terrified because not only did police turn up, it's the exact police who tortured me, who turned up to Pagras Grill before I got there and are now terrorizing the only person who's helping me. And I said, did you get a call from the British Consulate? No, we did not. Now we don't know what's going on. So not only do I not have my medication, I'm in extreme pain. It's jeopardizing my ability to use the internet and the phone and the kiosk. And the only person who's actually giving me food and trying to help is now terrified. I didn't ask for that.
So the person in the Pagras Grill,
he's the owner.
do you have information? Do you have details of which police officer he spoke to or which police officer is terrorizing him?
Yes. Well, I mean, he speaks German, right? So I had to get it translated. It's the police from Meerbusch, Buderich, and from Neuss.
Where did the police come from?
I wasn't there, Helen. I have to go by what he's telling me. So I don't know why Elise didn't make the phone call.
Can we contact the person at the grill?
That's what I was requesting Elise to do in the first place. If I lose the help from that grill, I won't survive. It's now making it very complicated for no reason.
Okay, so we can contact the owner of the grill and ask.
But the thing is, it's concerning me, right, Helen? Is also I was told by Elise that the German police have stated I got my passports back on August 2nd, 2019. Is that what you're informed?
I'm not sure about the passport. I think we need to talk about.
Well, it's the same thing though, right? Because I could have left 3 years ago. I didn't want to stay here. So this is like, the last email she sent was requesting me to go to St. Augustine. The last time I was in there, they said, if you come in here, we're going to beat the living hell out of you. I can't go into that police station.
So the St. Augustine police station are now terrorizing the owner of the Pagras.
Oh, Helen. I mean, I don't even know what to say. So when I spoke to you, right, in 2019, it was in Siegburg. One, I didn't have any legal representation, and I asked for you to turn up in person, and you said you're either on holiday or too busy, correct? And I was in there for 2 months getting the crap beaten out of me.
I recall a conversation that took 2 years ago, I'm afraid.
Okay, well, I'll refresh your memory. I got the hell I didn't get any legal representation, and I was in there for 2 months. At no point did anyone tell me that my passports were given back to me. Elise Corbett, you obviously have access, you're her boss, said, we were informed by the St. Augustine police you were given your passports back on August 2nd, 2019. Helen Jones, that is a complete lie, because if that was the case, I would have left Germany. Yes? Now, the only people, random strangers, have been keeping me alive. I said, after that experience in Neuss, and what they're going for is, they're trying to provocate me just into defending myself. I say, back off. They arrested me saying I attacked 3 people, put me in a room with no oxygen, and beat the living hell out of me. They took pictures of me, my fingerprints, and then said, oh, you can go. I was on the phone to Elise at the time. Right? So then I contact Elise the very next day, almost having a heart attack. I said I'm going to get killed here. They're terrorizing me, right? So I get out and she said, oh, I didn't know you were out. I don't know how the British consulate wouldn't know I'm not out. Right? So all I want is my passports back.
If you signal yourself performance, we wouldn't have any notification.
Right. Well, the thing is, when I was in there, Elise said, oh, I'll call you back in 10 minutes. And we didn't get a phone call. I had to stay in overnight. And then I was told you can leave. I have no notification. I have no paperwork. I don't know what they did. I've specifically asked a serious number of questions to Elise. What are they stating I've done? What are they holding against me? I obviously sent the European Court of Human Rights document to you. Elise said these are serious allegations, and then I forwarded it with all the police reports. But what she did specifically say was, I said, look, I'm running out of time. I've been made into a political scapegoat that's got nothing to do with me over the stupid SNP, right? And all I said was, I need medical help because they stole. If I get arrested and I'm supposed to have assaulted someone, which is garbage, they stole my hard drives, my SIM cards, my wallet, my bank card, defecated in my medical bag and stole my medication. So Elise said, don't worry, I can send a house practitioner out and we can get you your medication. She sent a psychologist, and the first thing he said was, oh, we think you have psychosis. I mean, really? That's not what I asked for. And my only real help, right, in terms of staying alive with food, she said, don't worry, it was at 4:30 on Friday. Because she asked me, write down as many of the incidents how you've been attacked. I said it would take me 1 month to write down all the attacks. She said it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. Get me whatever you can by 4 o'clock on Friday and call me, which is what I did. So I sent her exactly what happened in Meerbusch and exactly what's been going on for 3 years. She said, okay, are you on your way to Lank in Meerbusch to get food? I will speak to the owner. I said, great. Next thing I know, all hell's broken loose.
The thing is, Mr. Fraser, when it's not our job to call in restaurants to ask them if they're going to give you food.
No, I know, but the thing is, it wasn't to give me food, it was to see if they could help more. So she was actually said she would do it. Now, if you say you're going to do it, then do it, but then obviously the police turned up. So not only did they not receive a phone call, the exact police who beat the living hell out of me turned up and is trying to coerce the owner of the restaurant to say that, yes, I did attack someone. He said, I'm not doing this. They're trying to get him to go to Neuss and write a report. He has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
So instead of getting a phone call of help, the actual police who beat the crap out of me are trying to coerce this guy into writing a report against me. And he said, 1, I'm not going to do that. You're my friend. And 2, I'm now terrified. I found that out yesterday. I'm like, Fortese, I'm so sorry, right? Like my life, he knows how bad my situation is. He's doing his best. He's like, this is my restaurant. I don't want the police in here. I didn't request that. Why are they turning up? And it's concerning me, right? Because of all of this, you know my situation with this nonsense political assault and all this, where I've been scapegoated, and that's the whole reason I'm getting terrified, right? If I was given my passports back on August 2nd, which Elise said she's now contacted St. Augustine Police Station to get them back, right? I just want this over with. All I was expecting today was medication. And it's concerning me that 1, the restaurant is now terrified. 2, you sent a psychologist when all I was asking for was medication. And 3, the police are turning up and I still don't have my passports. I'm already stressed.
The first thing, obviously, is your medical, to get you some medical help.
Right, well, that's been a total disaster, right? Because Edgar is here. I think he's getting severe. These people who are trying to help me, I can't be pissing them off, right? With, like, randoms, like, totally the wrong people turning up to places. That medical help is...
Where is these people that you said have come to the kiosk? Where are they now?
Well, it's weird, right? Because I've been running all around Germany trying to get medication. About 10 minutes after I come here, they come in. I specifically asked Elise for a male doctor. This lady turns up. I'm like, I don't know who you are. She's like, oh, just wait. We're going to get 10 minutes for a doctor. I'm like, okay, I specifically sent Elise an email saying Edgar didn't want this in his kiosk. They sent them anyway, right? It's now caused a big hoopla where Edgar's like, okay, no, this is too much, get out. I need this kiosk in order to send emails and use the phone for help. It's almost like sabotaging my only help. I only have Edgar in that restaurant and now both are pissed off at me. I haven't done anything. All I asked for was a phone call to Pagwaskill. Can you help a little bit more with shelter, maybe medication, and the use of a phone? Can I get my medication that was stolen from Neuss? Elise agreed to all of this, and it's like all shit's hit the fan, and now I'm even more stressed. All I'm asking for is basic things and my passport's back. You're one of the most powerful governments in the world. You know, if my passports are being held in St. Augustine, it shouldn't be too difficult for the British government to get them back.
Okay, so you're at the kiosk. Are the doctors there with you now then? Or
No, they've left because they kept going on about this psychological thing. Now, the thing is, that's been the whole attack the whole time, right? In Sterling, in Germany, let's attack his psychology. Now, he basically came in here and said, oh, Elise said A, B, and C about your psychology. This is not what I asked for. And you're now terrifying me, right? Because I'm offering an olive branch here, Helen. None of this political stuff has got to do with me. I want it finished. Right? And then there's people in the kiosk asking Edgar about my medical situation. This is not what I requested. This is insane. And it's like purposely sabotaging any chance I have to get out of this. I don't want this anymore. I just want my life back. And they're going to, like, if the police are literally, there's the same police who tortured me in Meerbusch and Neuss, when I walk up to Lank, they're rolling up in their cars, Helen, rolling down the window, saying either kill yourself or we're going to, and they'll literally follow me all the way up the street. Like, this is crazy. I'm just trying to do the basics to get out of here. And my problem is if Edgar then goes, okay, you know what, screw it, get out. And Pagras goes, screw it, get out. Then you've completely destroyed any help I have. I'm walking around on tiptoes not to bother anyone. I'm desperately trying to contact people I know, and the only person who's giving me food and is being normal with me is the guy in Lank, and now he's now terrified. Not only because it's his restaurant, his family works in there. They're all terrified now.
okay. So let me just get this, let me just get this straight. Edgar's thrown you out, or has Edgar still let you use the telephone?
I don't know, because he said as of today I can't use the bathroom, but I can use the internet and the phone. Then when the medical people turned up and they're questioning my psychology and all, honestly, I've been through all that. I know exactly what's going on. This is not what I requested. I just asked for the basic medicament and Elise agreed. Edgar's now saying, well, that was the help you requested. Now it's no. So, like, I don't know if as of like an hour ago I was okay to come in here and use the internet and the phone. Now I don't know. Now even if I go to Lank, I don't know if they're going to give me food anymore, because not only the owner is terrified, but so is his family. He's like, I can't be having, you know, not only have the police turned up once, they've turned up 2 to 3 times asking personal questions about me, asking him to write things about me in the Neuss police station. I mean, this is insane. I'm getting totally destroyed. None of this had to happen. I asked for a basic GP. At least we both agreed, said, I'm not going to go into your situation in full. I'm going to make it positive. Can they help a little bit more so I can get out of here? So it gives the British Consulate and British Embassy time to get my passports back from the St. Augustine police station. And then I can probably leave. Now it's even worse. I'm not here to piss Edgar off or Lank, but these are my only 2 people that are even keeping me alive. And in like the space of a weekend, like 48 hours, even that's like almost destroyed. I'm literally fighting for my life. I can't do no more. I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
No, listen, Mr. Fraser, the people that are there now, why don't you just sit and talk to them? Can they not?
No, because he's not a general practitioner. He's a psychologist, right? That's not what I requested.
No, but listen, if they say they're a psychologist, but maybe they could contact the doctor.
No. It didn't go like that, Helen. That's not what I requested, and that's not how the conversation went.
Have you asked them if they could contact the doctor?
Yeah, and all he said was, no, you have psychosis, and is trying to prescribe psychological pills. So I look, the email already went to Elise over the weekend when Edgar said, I don't want your medical staff in here. I sent an email to Elise saying, look, Edgar's not happy with this. Do not send the medical people. And they turned up anyway. So anything I asked for, the complete opposite happened. And not only that, the police are now going around terrorizing people. I'm going to end up dead. This is ridiculous. all I said was, or even on the Meerbusch notification, because Elise wanted, what have you been subjected to over the last 3 years? And tell me exactly what happened in Meerbusch. She sent it. She said she got the email. She was going to go through it. She said, I understand your medication's been stolen. I will get a house arts. This guy was not a house arts, right? And thirdly, I don't even know if I can go back to Lank now. He's absolutely terrified. And I really need Edgar, because 1 hour ago, everything was okay. And then this lady turns up. I'm like, who are you? They wouldn't even tell me really who they are. All they kept going on about was psychological stuff. Now, considering my situation, Helen, I'm trying to trust the British government, yes? But look what's happening. And then it's going to be made out like, oh yeah, look, he's crazy. None of this happened. I got framed and you know it. Now, considering that place in Siegburg, I wouldn't want you in there. I don't want me in there. I don't want Edgar in there. It's fucking terrifying, right? So I'm now like, I'm trying to resolve this situation. And anytime I get my evidence ready to clear my name, which is what I need to do, right? I'm not anti-British or I've been framed. What the whole point was, if I'm supposed to be arrested for assault, Helen, is it okay and they've done this about 20 times. As soon as I get internet and I can post to social media, which is essentially what started this whole thing in the first place, making me out to be anti-British or God knows whatever, right? Then they, get someone to attack me, I have to defend myself, I get arrested, I'm in a cell with no oxygen, and they're going through all my passwords, hard drives, hacking my phones, stealing terabytes of data. They knew I didn't attack anyone, they just wanted my technology. And not only that, they stole my medication, defecated in my medical bag, and so I wanted the medical bag back. Right? And the fact is, it's not even just any police that's going and terrorizing Fortesi. It's exact police who terrorized me. So now he's really worried. It's all of I can't even believe this is happening. I am offering a complete olive branch at this point. My goodness.
Right, okay. So, did you want us to call Edgar and explain?
Well, I mean, he's here, right? But, like, I don't want Edgar pissed off anymore because, I mean, you can talk to him, right? But, first of all, he thinks I'm making this whole thing up. I wasn't tortured in Siegburg, blah, 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 right? I don't know what it must look like if I'm here with hardly any clothes because I got it all stolen, right? He's been giving me chocolate bars and allowing me to use the internet. But the problem is, I told Edgar probably 2 weeks ago, I'm ready to post and contact people I know. I've managed to gather my evidence. Then my 2 terabyte disk got broken. Then I got attacked in Meerbusch and Neuss, and he thinks I'm making the whole thing up. So he's now talking to doctors about me. I mean, if you can just verify this situation, I still need the internet and the phone. And then if you can call Fortesi in Lank, like, I'm just trying to get out of this without like any more stress, because the problem is I have about 50 Überweisungen, right? You know what an Überweisung is?
Yeah.
Right. I have 50, right? And anytime, because this is not only a police situation, this is a medical situation. It's the whole reason I came to Germany in the first place, is to get away from this. So not only am I being terrorized by police, it's also doctors. And what's the one thing they go after is my psychology, to pretend the whole thing didn't happen. You know what happened in Siegburg because I spoke to you and you're the head of this department. If you can speak to Edgar, all I'm saying is, if you're going to arrange a medical thing, it's a house arts and medication, yes? The police stole the money, the bank card, everything. If I'm supposed to have assaulted someone, they were literally trying to, I was in a room with no oxygen, Helen. That is against every European rule in the book. Now, I also sent you the European court in Strasbourg when I spoke to you. I haven't been able to get to the European court because as soon as I tried to, they cut me off. So, because I also have couch surfers like Christoph Wallen and Michael Weiner are German people that I know, saying they've contacted you personally, right? And at least personally, stating if I go in the British consulate, I'm going to get killed. I'm like, I don't know who to believe. That's the whole reason I haven't contacted you before. Now I find out from Elise, no. No one's contacted us about you. I'm like, okay. And, oh, by the way, do you have your passports? I'm like, what? So the whole time, because of that infringement that I had in Schweinfurt when I'm supposed to be claiming political assault against SNP, I mean, the whole thing is insane, right? And the number one way to discredit it is go after his psychology. So when they mentioned that, I shut down immediately because that is not what I requested. Helen, this has got to stop. Really. This is like a manhunt of one person who's done absolutely nothing. And unless this stops immediately, I will not survive. So if you can talk to Edgar and say, look, this situation's real, just let him use the internet and the phone. Because, like, I'm in the back of the kiosk. After today, I mean, Helen, I've not even really had the use of a bathroom for over 2 months. I'm not an animal, yes? I'm desperately trying to fix this. And if I could have had my passports back in August 2019, I would have left. So now Elise I've stipulated everything that's gone on, or not everything, but the major points, right? She has that. I sent a lot of police reports over the weekend, right? I'm absolutely exhausted, completely exhausted. I'm not Superman. I'm totally willing to engage with you, right? Even after what happened in Siegburg, when I had not one lawyer turned up, they were threatening to kill me in there. I don't know what this must look like to Edgar, right? He's just a random guy in a kiosk. And this guy in the restaurant is trying to help me. And 2 weeks ago, a guy in a Pizza Hut was also helping me, giving me pizzas, and the police threatened him. So it's making me nervous based on everything that's happened. I gave 2-3 basic requirements to Elise, and then all of a sudden I got my legs chopped off. So if you want to talk to Edgar, just say, look, this guy needs the internet and the phone. I'm trying my best to get out of this, but for the love of God, I need the help of my embassy. This whole political situation is nonsense, and you know it. I've done nothing. Can I pass you to Edgar, Helen?
Yeah, sure, you can.
Okay, so he's the owner of his father's the owner of the shop.
Hallo? Ja? Ja, habe ich soweit mitbekommen. Ich verstehe Sie kaum. Irgendwie ist das... Hm? Was hatten Sie gerade gefragt? Ob ich mit ihr gesprochen hätte? Also ich habe mit der Kollegin gar nicht gesprochen. Ob ich ein Handy habe? Ich verstehe Sie kaum. Ja, habe ich. Einen Moment.
Danke.
I am being absolutely fucking terrorized. Terrorized. They're gonna try and put me in a psych ward and I will be gone. USA, I need your help.
Ist die 6.2 eben angekommen? Und die 9 am Ende. Und die 9 am Ende. Also da kam gerade ein Motorrad, deswegen wusste ich nicht, ob Sie die Nummer komplett verstanden hatten. Neun. Noch eine 9 am Ende. Das ist die Nummer, ja. Ja, können wir gerne machen. Ich glaube, Barry möchte gerade nochmal mit Ihnen sprechen.
Okay, I mean, I have to almost project manage this. May I ask what's going to happen? Can you contact, or at least contact Pagras Grill?
Mr. Fraser, I could kindly give him his mobile number.
I saw that.
Call him back and explain what's happening.
Okay, but the thing is as well, yes? Helen, I need to know you're on my side. I need someone to contact that Pagwas Grill because they're now terrified, yes?
What, and instead of calling Pagwas Grill, what do we actually supposed to tell Pagwas Grill?
Well, what Elise said she was going to do, yes? When I first asked her about that, she said, okay, I'll have to verify that that's okay. She said that on Thursday. On Friday, she said, yes, it is okay. I've tried to Google them. I can't get the right number. We gave them the right number. It was at 4 o'clock, and all she was going to do is talk in German and say, look, Mr. Fraser's situation is horrendous. We are aware of that, yes. We are in the process of trying to get the passports back, which is what she's emailed me. I mean, you're her boss, so you must know that. And can you help this guy out a little bit more than food? Like, he's going to need some kind of shelter or medication or something just to give me a little bit of time to try and contact people, to try and get my health back together, to get some medication so I'm not a complete wreck. And it gives you, the British government, a little bit of time to get the passports back from St. Augustine. If I manage to do that, then this situation might be salvageable, right? But she didn't do that. And then I don't know who contacted the German police, but up until this weekend, he was okay with it. Now he's like, okay, no, they're coming in my shop all the time. And I said, who is? And he explained it to me. It's the exact same police who terrified me. So I would just say, look, you know, you're obviously an authority in the British government, right? All I was requesting Elise was, and if you can do it, state who you are. Don't have to go into everything. He pretty much knows my situation is already horrendous, right? I think if it comes from someone who's official from the British government to say, look, this guy's situation is really, really bad. Is there any way you can help him out a little bit more, like internet, phone, medication, or just keep it as positive as possible, right? Not all the horrendous things I've been through. And just to say, look, it gives the British government a little bit of time to get his passports back. That's all I was asking. So if you can help him out a little bit more with like a sleep, a shower, medication, it gives us a little bit more time to get Mr. Fraser's passports back. That's all I was asking. And Elise said, yeah, don't worry, I'll do that. And then nothing happened and the police turned up twice.
But if this person, if the grill is a contact of yours, is there any reason why you can't actually help?
Yeah, but it's difficult, right? Because he only speaks German and I can't speak German. So we're kind of like doing signals to each other. And then he's translating through his daughter, right, as to what's going on. And because it's a family-run business, right, then it's like before the police and everything started turning up, it was manageable. But like now everyone's as stressed as I am. So because the police have turned up, they're like, oh my God, what's happening? I don't want anything to happen to my business. I like, it's a big communication barrier, right? Because I can't speak German. So that's a big problem. So this guy is going out of his way. He's an older gentleman, right? He's literally just had surgery. The last thing he needs, like, I'm talking major surgery, right? The family's getting stressed because their father's getting stressed, and then I'm getting it, and like that's not what was supposed to happen. It was just supposed to be a basic question of, look, this guy's situation's really bad. We're desperately trying to get his passports back. Can you just help him out a little bit more with medication, a shower or something until we can get his passports back, and then, you know, we can fix this. That's all that was supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to be like, oh yeah, he's being tortured and all this. If I say that to him, like, the guy's about 70 years old. He's just trying to do a nice thing. But if the police are, I said, you know, oh, my consulate and embassy is going to call you just to, you know, verify what's going on. He said, yeah, alles klar. And then my embassy and consulate didn't call. And then the police are turning up, literally grilling him in his own restaurant. He said, I'm stressed out my mind. It looks bad for my restaurant. I can't have this. So I don't know. I don't even know, like, I don't know if someone called them. But that can't happen. If I lose that restaurant, I don't know if I can come back. Really.
Okay.
I'm doing my best, Helen, under extreme... Like, last time I spoke to you when I was in Siegburg, that was 3 years ago. I don't even know. I've not had one penny since I spoke to you, yes? Like, I don't even know how I'm alive. And one thing I want to make clear to you is... And you must be aware because you are a British government and you probably have access to everything. You probably know what happened in Canada. You know the whole garbage about SNP. There's no doubt in my mind you have the nonsense political assault garbage in Schweinfurt, right? Once you basically put a noose around my neck, I'm not saying you, I'm saying the situation, right? I can't recover. So I don't know who to trust. And then when I go to couch surfers and they're saying they've talked to the Canadian government and the British government and they've said I'm banned from the British embassy and consulate. Well, I mean, I'm getting so much nonsense from it. I don't know who to believe, right? So then when I contact you, I probably wouldn't have even contacted the British government because I've been told so many different things. I haven't done anything wrong, and I'm the one being. This has gone on almost 10 years. I'm not like this has got to stop. I'm getting destroyed out here. Now the police know that I'm in a bad situation, and they're saying we can torture you at will. Now I asked Elise, can you get the police to back off? And they're literally following me all the way up to Mirbush and all the way back. I've had non-stop sirens and flashing lights and we're going to kill you and Brexit this and that. And the thing is, if I don't have a job, right, because I'm probably blacklisted over something I've got to clear my name. And the thing is, anytime I gather my evidence and I'm trying to contact people and show, look, no, I have nothing to do with this, right? That's when I get attacked and they steal all my evidence. It's happened like at least 50 times. If they put me back in Siegburg for nothing, I can't come. I shouldn't be anywhere near prison, Helen. And the concerning thing is, I called every one of those lawyers. Even when I got out, I went and spoke to them in person and they said, we're not talking to you. I'm not the bad guy. I haven't done anything. So if you can contact Pagras Grill and Helen, I need my passports back and this has got to stop. This whole scenario. Right. No, they've left. But they're like asking Edgar questions about my health. That can't be happening. That's unprofessional. Completely. And not only that, on Saturday, the chef of the apotheca next door is coming into the kiosk and asking me by name. This is not okay. All I'm trying to do is use the phone and send emails. Is that a normal thing for like the head of a pharmacy? No. He was coming. The only reason I know is I heard my voice. He came in and asked Edgar, "Do you know Barry Fraser?" Yes. How well do you know him? I'm sat right here. That's not normal. You think it's normal for like someone in boots to go into a kiosk and ask if they know someone? That's not the boss of the. No, this was on Saturday. He's the chef of the apotheca next door. So as I'm emailing Elise about the problems I've had with doctors and the attacks in apothecas, he came in this kiosk and was asking Edgar about me. That's not normal.
You want to see a house art? You want to see a normal doctor?
This is what I requested, yes, but I'm just saying it's not normal for like if you're in the UK, the head of Boots comes into a random kiosks and starts asking questions about considering my situation, yes?
Okay.
So if you can speak to Edgar, calm this down. I need to use internet. Need to use phone. I'm not trying to do anything to hurt Edgar, right? I just want this to stop. And then if you can please contact the restaurant in Lank and smooth things over, right? Because if I lose both of these, then like the last thing I want to be is deported out of Germany as some kind of political God knows what. I'm just trying to get my life back. And I also want to know what crimes the Germans have on me. I haven't done anything, right? And they're trying to make me look like a criminal, right? And I would like to know when I'm going to get my passports back.
Okay. But you still want to see a doctor or not?
Well, the thing is, it's not normal if I get arrested for assault and they steal all the medication. All I'm requesting is, right, they stole all my money, my bank card, everything. I need the medication that was in that bag. That's what I told Elise, not a psychologist.
So you want me to find a name for a doctor to replace the medication?
Correct, because the thing is, anytime I go to a GP or a hospital or even Prince and LA, you probably know Dusseldorf pretty well, right? In Oberkassel, there's a medical facility next to Vodafone in Prince and LA, right? So I've been beaten that badly. My neck is fractured, my hand, my ankle. and they're refusing medical treatment, so I become disabled, right? I can't move my hand properly, I can't walk properly. So I said to Elise, on a basic level, I need medication just to survive until I can get my passports back. They've stolen all my hand braces, my ankle braces, and every time I'm attacked by the police, they always attack the same injuries. So like in Meerbusch and Neuss, they go for my hand, they go for my ankle, they go for my neck, and they go for my nose. So they've been broken about 4 or 5 times. If they get broken again, like, I mean, I'm just a punching bag right now. So I can't walk anywhere, and they're terrorizing me. So I've been to 15 hospitals. I had to sleep outside last night. I went to one Cologne doctor because I've had so many doctors, they're refusing to give me the, like by law, when you're in Germany, when you've gone and seen a doctor, Helen, right? By law, they have to give you your medical notes, right? If you ask for them, right? They won't give me any of my medical notes. So because that's evidence of what I've been subjected to. So the doctors in Munich, in Stuttgart, and all these places, right? They refuse to give any of the medical notes back. So as I start to gather evidence, because when you go to an Überweisung, it'll say like fracture to ankle or fracture to, like it states what's on there, right? Now that's evidence of me taking all these beatings. When I've gone back and tried to get the evidence, I either get arrested, I get beaten by police, the doctors won't talk to me, and then it's now culminated in hospitals refusing to accept any Überweisung. A hand clergy won't talk to me, a foot clergy won't talk to me, and not only do I have the police terrorizing me, I've got ambulances terrorizing me. Now, if you make someone's situation sound so insane, the number one thing you attack is their psychology. And what do they steal? Sleeping tablets. I shouldn't be on any medication, but if they're chopping me down every single day, then I cannot survive this. And if it takes me 6 months to put 2 terabytes of evidence together, and then it gets broken, this has happened over and over since I spoke to you in Siegburg. And what's going to happen is they've given me a whole bunch of Deutschbahn tickets again, right? And they're going to put me in that place. And Helen, I will die. I have this whole thing. I never had a problem with police, doctors, or anything until March 10th, 2013. When this lunacy SNP thing started, and I cannot stop it. And I'm even trying to contact people in England to try and get some help, right? But there's only so many fires I can deal with. You know, like, I mean, my goodness, I'm trying to stop this so this stops. I can get my life back. So if you can contact Edgar and contact Pagras Grill, because I can't be out on the street with no internet, no phone. I've got like 2 weeks to stop this. Without my passports, I don't even know what happens with this whole Brexit thing, right? I have no food, people stealing my shoes. I mean, even the running shoe, it's even that bad, Helen. Someone bought me an ankle brace to try and keep my ankle in place. They're stealing ankle braces, for God's sake, Helen. Like, it's just an annihilation of a human being. I'm asking for this to stop, really. I have nothing to do with this. And the last thing I'll say, Elise said, do you want to go back to the UK? And I said, you know what? I can't go back to Canada because they couldn't protect me against the SNP. I said, I can't go to the UK because the SNP terrorized me all over there. And I'm getting the same thing here. Like, I need my passports back, yes, because it's identification. But I am being made, you know, William Wallace. Then I'm Edward Snowden. Then I'm Jason Bourne. I mean, come on. I'm just an IT manager, for God's sake. This is ridiculous.
Right, well listen, let's get on to Edgar.
Right. And the thing is, with Fortesi, yes, his restaurant starts to get busy about 4:30. If you can call him before then, because I'm going to have to go to him tonight, right? Last thing I need is for this guy to bail on me, because then I'm in real trouble. Yes, because the thing is, I'm having to risk my life getting on this Deutschbahn because they're terrorizing me. I have to get out at Hausmeer where they terrorize me. I have to walk from Hausmeer to Lank, and all I get